Hey, my fellow New Yorkers, can somebody explain to me what's happening in our city? Because today, something really bad happened to me. I was walking out of my office trying to get lunch at Chipotle in Long Island City. Right after I get out of Chipotle, a woman hit me in the broad daylight for no reason. I was trying to fight back, but she took my umbrella, break it in half, and shove it right into my face. I was bleeding so bad I had to call 911. And the EMT told me that she's very likely illegal immigrants who were placed in the hotel near my office. So who's gonna be responsible for all this crime that's happening? Are they gonna put her in jail? Because I'm even terrified to even go back to my work anytime soon. And why me? Why Asian woman? Is it because I'm short, I'm skinny, I'm polite? And why? We don't speak out? Okay, I'm speaking out right now. For myself, for us. So hear me out. I need bad guys to get punished. I need justice. And I need my city back.
You think, again, that it's unifying.
But what did he say about the border that wasn't true?
Right, exactly.
People don't like the classification of it as an invasion. They don't like to hear
Well, they don't like the truth.
That's too bad.
Again, you guys are already sold on the package. You know who isn't? White suburban women.
Imagine coming to the United States, traveling from far across the seas, becoming a citizen, learning the language, starting a career, and buying a home. In a moment of peace, you take a walk down the street, only to be approached like this. After waking up in pain, you turn on the news. No, they're not talking about you being attacked by an illegal immigrant for no reason. Actually, they're not worried about illegal immigration in general. The concern is what they're calling it. And who's the victims? White suburban women.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Welcome back to Disputes, the channel where we cover the longest I told you so in human history. Today we're diving into a fiery debate that took place on Fox News' The Five. Jessica Tarloff, the show's liberal voice, found herself in the hot seat, getting roasted by the rest of the panel for her stance on illegal immigration and her critique of Trump's recent speech where he called illegal immigration an invasion. Let's break it all down.
Like Van Jones, like Scott Jennings, for instance, are not sick of being embarrassed by saying that Donald Trump has changed. Is this the night that he becomes presidential? There were no actual olive branches when you look at the policies that he was talking about. He was talking to that room and that room only. He was not talking to Nikki Haley's voters. He was not talking to left-leaning independents. These are some of the things that he did that are just standard Donald Trump rally going. Crazy Nancy Pelosi, name-checking Joe Biden. He had said, I am not going to talk about the president. I'm not going to use his name. Talking relentlessly about the migrant invasion and what the migrants are doing to the country.
Well, that's true.
More election.
That's true.
Okay. More election denying. They cheated. We'll never let that happen again. I'm a victim. He had, even in the text, Eileen Cannon was a call out, which is not particularly unifying, saying she did the right thing by tossing the Mar-a-Lago case, which conservatives, even like Jonathan Turley, say is the most serious one.
So, for those who might not be familiar, The Five is a popular talk show on Fox News where 5 commentators discuss and debate current events. Jessica Tarloff often represents the liberal perspective, and in this particular episode, she was not having it with Trump's terminology. Jessica argued that calling illegal immigration an invasion is not only inaccurate, but also inflammatory. She went on about how Trump's speech didn't speak to the American people, and guess who didn't like it the most? Mostly white suburban women. Now, this is where things get heated. The rest of the panel, including Judge Jeanine Pirro, strongly disagreed with Jessica. They argued that the term invasion accurately describes the situation at the border. The panel's main argument was that the current situation at the border is dire and that using strong language like invasion reflects the urgency and scale of the
Not
issue.
particularly unifying, saying she did the right thing by tossing the Mar-a-Lago case, which conservatives, even like Jonathan Turley, say is the most serious one. Praising people like Viktor Orban, saying that Kim Jong-un misses him. The Taliban calls him, no, you don't miss it. Guess what, guys?
He's an entertainer.
You know what?
You missed this.
3 of 5 people at this table, I know how you're voting, right? I know Charlie likes Trump, I know you like Trump, and I know you like Trump. But guess what? You guys can't do it alone. You need other people. And what is the obsession with Hannibal Lecter? Can someone explain to me? It's like Reagan and it's not funny. It's so weird. He was a sociopath that ate people's faces.
Everybody knows he's a sociopath.
And you have lunatics coming across the border. You have criminals coming across
You don't
the border.
want me.
You have
Okay,
rapists
guys.
coming
You don't
across the
want me
border.
to describe what was done to a 12-year-old
But
girl.
he did that too.
Do you?
Do
you want me to describe it?
I absolutely know what happened. But if you think, again,
Well,
that
you
it's
know what? But
unifying
we've got a
to-
lot What of did he this. say about the border that wasn't true?
Exactly.
People don't
Thank
like
you.
the classification of it as an invasion. They don't like to
That's
hear
too
they don't like
bad.
the truth.
That's too bad.
Again, you guys are already sold on the package. You know
Okay.
who isn't? White suburban women.
What's up with the Hannibal Lecter comments? Trump in his speech referenced people coming from insane asylums and related it to the movie Silence of the Lambs. And of course, people are taking it out of context. Here's a clip to understand it better, and you can make your own decision on whether you want to be offended or not.
This very foolish administration. The greatest invasion in history is taking place right here in our country. They are coming in from every corner of the earth, not just from South America, but from Africa, Asia, the Middle East. They're coming from everywhere. They're coming at levels that we've never seen before. It is an invasion indeed, and this administration does absolutely nothing to stop them. They're coming from prisons. They're coming from jails. They're coming from mental institutions and insane asylums. You know, the press is always on me because I say this. Has anyone seen Silence of the Lambs? The late, great Hannibal Lecter. He'd love to have you for dinner. That's insane asylums. They're emptying out their insane asylums. And terrorists are coming in at numbers that we've never seen before. Bad things are going to happen. Meanwhile, our crime rate is going up while crime statistics all over the world are going down because they're taking their criminals and they're putting them into our country. A certain country, and I happen to like the president of that country very much, but he's been getting great publicity because he's a wonderful shepherd of the country. He says how well the country's doing because their crime rate is down. And he said he's training all of these rough people. They're rough. He's training them. And I've been reading about this for 2 years. I think, oh, that's wonderful. Let's take a look at it. But then I realized he's not training them. He's sending all of his criminals, his drug dealers, his people that are in jails, he's sending them all to the United States. And he's different in that he doesn't say that. He's trying to convince everybody.
What we're seeing here is a clash of perspectives. Jessica is focused on the social implications of language, while the rest of the panel is emphasizing the practical realities of border security. It's a classic debate of ideology versus pragmatism. Trump got himself in media trouble when talking about the president of El Salvador and how he's sending his problems to the USA. It must be noted that their friends in the media is twisting this to seem like they hate each other. Well, it's not uncommon for Trump to just say things as it is. He might call out issues, but he will still work with the person. It's what he's been doing his whole political career. It's much more effective than calling the president a dictator and then expecting they put the interests of the United States over their own country. So, what do you think? Is Jessica right to criticize the term invasion, or does the panel have a point about the urgency of the border crisis? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more analysis on the latest political debates. Thanks for watching. And just remember, we told you so.